got a great guest who's joining us right now. John Miller is the author of the Handom books, and he is an amazing individual. He's going to talk with us about a pretty exciting role that he's been doing and what that entails, and that he's got some news about his graduation that he's going to be sharing with us. So let's welcome John Miller to the show. There you are, John. Thank you for being so patient and waiting.
No problem, Shan. How you doing? It's been a while.
Oh, I'm not hearing you. Oh, it's just a little bit of a delay, but now I can hear you. It has been a while, and the last time I saw you, I feel like were you just finishing high school, or were you still just a high school student?
Actually, I looked at the video link. It said from May 2019. I was still in Northern Essex. But now
Okay.
I just finished this May and graduated with an associate's degree in early childhood with honors as well.
Wow, congratulations. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was a long journey, but I'm proud I finally ended it.
That's amazing. And so was that a hard thing to do? Because that's a hard degree. Early childhood development, that's a hard degree. You probably could have taught the lesson more than I could this morning. But was it difficult for you, or was it pretty like in your lane?
It was very tough. I mean, there were a lot of classes. I mean, I was still kind of like the last time when we were talking. I kind of was falling a little behind on schedule from when I was going to graduate, so I just kind of had to pick up the pace. And finally, this year was the year that it happened, and I couldn't believe it.
Well, a big part of it was in the middle of the pandemic, and I'm sure that made things different at the very least, if not more difficult. Yeah. How were you able to manage that? Because I know a lot of people said that you had to be so much more self-directed during the pandemic instead of being there with the teachers. Did you find that difficult, or were you good at that?
Oh no, I mean COVID. It was a big turn point of our nation, and it really depressed me a lot. Like, it took me away because I was actually at Bright Horizons doing my field placement, and then one day in March I was in college doing something. I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden, everyone was just kicked out because we were here and it was going to hit Massachusetts, and it was horrible.
Yeah. And it was hard on everybody, and I think everybody was dealing with those feelings of loss and concern, and when was it going to ever end? But so exciting that you got to finish your degree. Did you actually get to walk for a graduation, John?
Yes, thank God I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I finished the rest of my classes on online.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a hot day, but it was a very nice day.
Wonderful. Well, I'm sure your mom was busting her buttons because she's so proud of you.
Oh yeah, she's my everything. Like, she hasn't stopped.
Well, you're her everything. I'm confident of that. I've heard that from her.
She really has. Yeah, yes.
Amazing. And so we've had you on before to talk about Handom, and I thought that I might still have one of the books on my bookshelf, but it's so good that it appears that I've either lent it or given it to somebody. But talk a little bit about Handom for people who don't know. We just thought it was great. We gave it one of our Toy and Gift awards. Tell them what Handom is. Do you happen to have one of the books there that you could hold up?
Yes, actually I do.
I should have warned you ahead of time.
Yeah. Give me a minute, Shannon. You saw the first one, right?
Yes.
Well,
how many are there now?
Oh, we hit the 1 million mark with the first one, and now we're over 1,200 with the second. So let me show you the second, if you know. Oh, and congratulations on your son and your new book. Glad he's doing well.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. What a beautiful book.
Yeah, this is number 2. This, we kicked it off at Man Orchards in Methuen in March.
Yeah.
2 months before we talked with you, me and my mother. This is sort of like a prequel to the original book. It's called The Magical Heart of Hampton.
I love it. I love it. And you do all of this artwork yourself, correct?
Yes.
Show us one of the pieces of artwork inside the book so people can really appreciate.
Well,
And the premise of Handom, just
this
beautiful.
is another one of everyone's favorite drawings for the second book. This garden, I wanted to give a nice glowiness to it with the yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're such a very distinctive artist, John. You're very expressive, and I love your use of color and the character and the whimsicalness of which you draw the hands, because the hands are there, they have lives and they are like people, I guess. Yes.
Yep.
And there's the kingdom of Handom.
Yes.
And we learn things from the hands. Just absolutely adore your work. Absolutely amazing. How young were you when you started drawing the hands and working on the book, the first book?
I was definitely 16 years old. Was still in my junior year at high school. On top of that, I was doing that and was in cross country
Yeah.
along with it. It was that was a lot when we
Yeah,
finally.
I get the sense that you're somebody who does well when you're busy. Is that true?
I mean, it's hard, but over the years I've gotten used to it more, and it's kind of nice. I never thought this would be a part of my life. I only remembered so much as a kid, but then when I got older, it just kind of started sinking. But luckily, they
Uh,
remembered.
and do you think there's going to be a third book about Handom?
There is. It's in the works right now, but with everything that's been going on since COVID, and of course some other cool, exciting stuff that I'll tell you
Yes.
on this chat, me and my mother. Yeah, it's just been a lot. It's just been a busy year for me. It's probably one of the busiest years of my life.
Yeah, well, you do have a lot going on. You have something really exciting to share with us. Tell us
Yeah.
about being a fellow and what
Yes,
organization you're a fellow with, because it's impressive.
yes. So I am now currently a Flutie Fellow for the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation for Autism. Of course, it was founded by former NFL star and legend Doug Flutie. Hail Mary Pass.
Yeah. But a
So
Flutie Fellow, this is a very big deal, John, and this is not,
yes.
it's very impressive. What did you have to do to apply for and be chosen to be a Flutie Fellow?
I mean, one day, me and my mother, we talked to the marketing person. Her name's Elizabeth Monroe. She's nice. Uh, she's young, but basically, we were just talking with them to maybe do something to promote the book and expand it. And but I mean, but they really had a lot they had to say, and they were just saying, "How would you like to be a Flutie Fellow for the foundation?" And we were just like, "What? Really?" It was just like. I just never thought that I've heard of the foundation over the years, but I never thought I'm finally part of it. It's very special.
Very amazing. It's quite an honor. And what are your responsibilities as a Flutie Fellow? What is it that you need to do as a Flutie Fellow?
Basically, what the Flutie Fellows do is they're kind of like ambassadors. They support people with autism and who have been invited to collaborate with the foundation, but they also pursue career opportunities, related life goals, and passions. Also promote respect, inclusion, and opportunities for all people with autism. And of course, like I said, serve as ambassadors for the Flutie Foundation.
Well, I can't imagine anybody better that they could have picked. I think it was very smart of them to pick you because you are such a wonderful person, John, and you. I think anybody would be proud to have you represent their organization. You're thoughtful and considerate, and your Handom books really promote inclusion and respect for individuals and their differences. So I think it was a great choice of the Flutie Foundation. How long do you serve as a fellow? Is it a 1-year term?
No, they didn't really get into that, but I mean, a funny thing, before I was even made a fellow, we were at this event in Boston. It was at Castle Fair, I think, Boston.
Okay.
But I met the Flutie brothers were there performing, and I got to meet Doug Flutie.
Wow.
I met him,
W-
yeah.
Was that pretty exciting?
It was, yeah. Yeah, it's
Are
funny
you
because
somebody who's a football fan?
I am a football fan, yes, of course, I love the Patriots. No, they're kinda having a little rough start, especially with their quarterback gone,
I
but
have to
it's
warn you, John, I'm completely football illiterate. I don't know from anything. But I'm a Flutie fan because the Flutie Foundation has been so helpful and amazing. And Doug Flutie is a part of our tribe. He's a dad of a neurodiverse individual.
yeah,
So I gotta love him for that. And I gotta love him for all the amazing things that he's done and for recognizing young people like you who should have a spotlight and giving you a spotlight from and a microphone from which to share your story and to share the hope and inspiration that comes with that. I'm sure that there are people watching and are like, oh my goodness, what an intelligent, well-spoken, sweet young man who's so talented and already has 2 books out. And that they would love it if their child could do that kind of thing. You're an inspiration, truly.
thank you.
So now you've got your associate's degree. You're a Flutie Fellow. What's next, John?
Oh, yeah, well, and also I forgot to mention this, I co-hosted their annual awards, the Dougie Awards, in April, just before I
Yes,
graduated, and I actually
amazing.
got to do it with, an alumni of the CBS TV show Big Brother. I don't know if you know her, Brittany D'Angelo.
Yes,
She is a she also has autism, and like me also, she's a big Disney buff myself,
yes.
and she loved
We
having me.
loved her when she was on Big
Yeah,
Brother. She
I don't watch the show. One of my
You
friends
don't?
does.
Oh, we love it. We watch it that way too much in our house, and we love Brittany. And it was interesting to watch her on the show because she made the choice not to disclose until the very end of the show. And then I was like, oh well, that's part of the reason why we loved her so much because we recognize. But did you enjoy getting to work with her?
Yes.
She's a
Uh,
live wire.
yeah, I mean, I
She's
didn't see her in person, but we what me and you are doing right now, this was on the
yeah,
computer. Yeah.
amazing, amazing. Well, and so do you have more dates like that coming up where there's an opportunity for people to see you doing and being a Flutie Fellow? Or
Um,
those are yet to be revealed?
well, actually, we do have an event that I'm kinda doing another, there was actually an event I did in the summer, it was right before August, they did this, hockey cup, puzzle cup, it's almost kinda like th their own Stanley Cup, but not really, and they let me be a captain.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a fun day. It was actually the first time I actually got to meet with some of the Flutie Fellows, and I got to drop a puck, and they actually let me keep one, so now I can have the Bruins people filling in for me.
That's amazing. So how
Yeah.
many Flutie Fellows are there right now?
Oh, there's quite a lot. I mean, I'm actually gone in contact with a few more. Even I don't know if you've heard of him, but his name's Jonathan Garner. He's also a Flutie Fellow, and he's a cancer survivor.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
Well, and if I don't know, John, if people wanted to get more information about the Flutie Fellows and maybe having a Flutie Fellow at an event that they're at, where do we go? Do we just go to the Doug Flutie organization?
Yes. Because you'll under Flutie Fellows, you'll see my name under with all the others. But we have a 5K that's this Sunday, and Jonathan Garner's going to be running, and he'll also be
I,
doing some speaking engagements. And we actually talked to Liz a few weeks ago. I think it was last week, and she now we're definitely doing it because she said I could have a little speaking engagement, announce, do stuff like because I love speaking. I
and you're
basically
good at it.
I call this foundation my autism family now because it
Oh,
is.
that's wonderful. So,
Yeah.
John, if people want to know more about you and about Handom and about you being a Flutie Fellow, where are you on social media? Do you have a website? Where should we send them to find out more about you?
Yes, we do have an Instagram account. And we have it's Land of Handom, as in our
Okay.
business.
Okay.
We do have a Facebook.
Is it also Land of Handom?
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. And so people can be following what you're doing there in those two places. But if they want to know about where when you're speaking, would that be on those sites or would it be someplace else?
Hmm. Probably the same thing.
Okay. All right. So you put little announcements on your Instagram when you're going to be speaking?
Yes, or doing other events because now we're starting to do because we had a lot of events set up the year COVID hit, and then when it did happen, it kind of took everything in. That was another thing that was depressed because I missed doing what I did with the books.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
virtual it's horrible, you know.
It
I
is
love being
horrible.
in.
I
It's
think
terrible.
everybody agrees with you, John. Everybody agrees with you. So, excuse me, you have the associate's degree now. Do you think you're done with school for a little while? Or are you thinking about going back and getting a bachelor's or a master's, or what are you thinking about?
I'm definitely taking a break. I mean, because I mean that's like this is my first fall freedom because I usually I'd
Yes.
be working on assignments on the weekends or getting homework done or projects. So it's
Yeah.
kind of nice, you know.
It is nice. It's really nice. And you're in the Northeast, so I'm sure are the colors in full form yet for fall?
Yes, there's a yeah. I can see the. I love the dark reds and the oranges. I love seeing that.
Oh, I miss that because I grew up in upstate New York. I actually lived in Boston as a child, and so I miss the fall colors. That's got to be really fabulous. Well,
Mm.
I'm glad that you're getting to enjoy some free time and doing a lot of speaking engagements. And I can't wait to see all the wonderful things that you're going to do in your life, John. You truly are an inspiration to all of us. Is there anything that we left out that you wanted to make sure that the audience knew that's going on, or did we hit all of our
Yeah.
points?
No, I mean, definitely we've still got a few more things.
Okay, tell us. Tell us.
Well, first of all, I don't know if you noticed, but I do have sort of a. I did have a mustache, and I do have a beard. Now, see.
You are doing the facial hair. It looks really good. Looks very
Yeah, yeah,
groomed.
kind of look like my favorite president, right? Because he had a beard too, sort of. But
Am I supposed to guess who your favorite? You're looking a little Lincoln to me. Is that who your favorite
it
president is? There we
it
go. Okay, I got it
like
in one.
yes, you're right.
Okay.
But yes, yeah, I'm currently working at the Methuen YMCA branch as an associate.
Oh, I didn't know that. So also
Yes,
working on top of all of this. And do you like working there?
yes, I do.
Do you
Because
ever
I
get
mean,
to use any of your degree, your early childhood development degree working there?
sort of. I mean, I'm still trying to get my way to becoming maybe a preschool teacher. Because I because I came here for a reason. Because I want to show the world that we need more men in this field than women. Because men can do it as well.
I
It's
agree
just
with
time
that.
for a new era.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. All right, what else do you have on your list?
Yes, and also I do work at Christmas tree shops in Salem. Yeah, 2 times. On top of
In
finishing.
Salem?
Yes,
Oh,
finishing
see,
career,
now that's a whole can of worms. I love Salem. Salem is so fun. I can't even imagine what it's like at this time of year. But so
yeah.
is it a Christmas tree lot or a Christmas tree store?
It's a Christmas it's almost kinda like a little bit of everything, and there are models every store, every reason, because
Okay.
it's
So it's open year
yes.
round?
Yes.
Wow. I don't know if you know this about me, John, but I love Christmas and I love Hallmark. And
Mhm.
that store sounds like it's like a setting for a Hallmark Christmas movie. Uh, what's your favorite part about working there?
Just trying I mean, this was a big thing, but, I did not like the register, and I'm actually used to it now, and then that was the biggest thing my mom was fearing. And,
Yeah.
she's proud of me because I tried it. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, isn't it funny how sometimes something can, seem like, oh, it's so devastating and so hard, and then you get doing it and you learn it, and it's not all that scary. It's maybe not the funnest thing in the world, but you're totally capable of doing it. So amazing. Congratulations on having whipped that fear and learning that skill. That's amazing. Because once you know how to run a register, you can run a register pretty much anywhere. What else
Yes.
is on your list? What else have you got to share with us? I'm loving this.
Yes, well, of course, and also on top of that, I've been having a few medical issues lately. I'm
But are you
okay.
feeling better though?
Yes. Yes,
I'm glad.
well, yeah,
Because
I'm doing alright, yeah, but
I don't know if
remember.
you know, I just have been getting over COVID, and boy, it really reminds you that health is really important. And if you don't have health, you can't do anything else, right?
No. Oh,
So you're learning how to manage all that?
yes, I think you remember when you talked to my mom last, my mother, I was still running and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, after COVID hit, I just literally stopped it all. But
Yeah.
then what happened was it shut down my body, and, I started having some back problems, like, I mean, they said, "This poor kid can't even he can't bend down to touch toes." So we knew it was a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Went to a chiropractor beginning last summer, and then by the end of Christmas, we stopped doing it.
But
And
are
then
you slowly starting to run again, or you
I'm
still
not
aren't
running,
able to
no,
run?
I
Yeah.
cannot run now.
Oh,
So
that's
in
too bad.
June, after we went to a rheumatologist, because we were still trying to figure out, we were getting frustrated with what was going on, because,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they finally found out that I have a no, what is it called? It's autoimmune disease. It's called, ankylosing spondylitis. What
Mm.
it is, it's an inflammation of the joint to the spine, like
Yeah.
back, but and then
But
on
you're
top.
finding ways to manage it?
Yes, I was on one of my medications, and then just at the summer when I finally get to go away to the beach, in Maine, which we always do sometimes, but, I stopped taking everything, 'cause just, beginning of August, after I did my last summer class to get the associates, I had a, colonoscopy done,
Mhm.
and on
Mhm.
top of that, I had I had 3 or I had, 3 ulcers and a hernia.
Wow, John.
Yes.
So that'll create some problems and, and make you not feel well. Are you able to control that now, that part of it? I bet
Yes,
you're eating very differently now.
well, actually, you should have heard the worst story, on top of that, I was losing so much weight. On the day of my graduation, I was 133, so I went way down.
And you're a tall guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
because they were worried, like, "What's happening to him?" And it's probably
Yeah.
because it was probably due to the stress, also
Yeah.
finishing up my last semester.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it
a
was a lot.
lot.
It was, yeah.
And I don't know if you know this, but autoimmune issues are very prevalent in the autism community, both amongst the parents and the individuals who are themselves on the spectrum. It is very prevalent. So I don't know. As you're talking about this, and I appreciate your candor and being so open and talking about your health struggles. I would be willing to bet you're going to find that people are going to be reaching out to you and saying, "Oh, I have this or I have something similar," because it is very much a part of our community. And I think there's a great deal of research about why that might be. But I know that for many, it comes down to managing, not getting completely over the symptoms, but managing your symptoms. And for everybody, it feels like it's a sort of different equation. But I got to say, John, you look great. You look healthy. I hope you're feeling healthy. And I hope you're finding your path to finding what the right combination is about sun, no sun, supplements, no supplements, medication, no medication, exercise, no medication. For everybody, it's
Yes.
a different configuration. But it looks like you're finding it.
Yes, I did join Planet Fitness, but I gotta get back there. I've only gone
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm
currently
sure that'll happen.
I'm on Humira. I'm doing better. I'm back to like
Okay.
155. But again, I don't want to be a skinny guy with a big belly because
Yeah.
I do not want to be fat. I mean,
Yeah.
I like being thin.
It's not fun. Trust me, I know. Well, John, we're out of time. We've actually gone a little bit late, but we made you wait. So I wanted to make sure that we had enough time to talk to you. You're amazing. You're such an inspiration to so many of us. Again, your Instagram, it's Land of Handom?
Yes.
Land of Handom. There it is. We've got it on the screen there. Land of Handom. And I hope that people will check out your Handom books and have an opportunity, if they can, to see you speak as a Flutie Fellow. We're just proud to know you, John. You're doing incredible work, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
Yes. Big thing is trying to get my permit back because that expired during COVID. I was so close after 3 years.
So you're going to drive.
This is the last thing for me. This is the last big thing for me. It's freedom. Because all my friends have.
That's it. I know you can do it. I know you can do it.
Yeah.
So be kind to yourself. Let us know when you've got your license, okay?
Yes.
All right. Please thank your mom for us and give her our love. But thank you so much for being with us today, John.
Thank you so much, Shannon. It was good to be back.
All right. You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Autism Live. If you found anything helpful in this video, please give us a like. In fact, make sure that you smash that subscribe button on YouTube and give us a like on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram for important updates. And please download our free podcast wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Until then, give your kiddos a hug from me and one for you too. Bye-bye for now. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.